What's going on, guys? Josh with Accountability for All, and today we're live conducting a First Amendment audit at the State Police Barracks, the Ted Williams Tunnel Barracks on the Massport Hall Road, conducting a First Amendment audit to see if they respect our right to film in a public place and if they uphold the oath they swore to defend when they became police officers, state troopers. Gonna give people a second to come in. What's going on, everyone? Jimmy Justice, how we doing, guys? Sean, great to see you. So, Pitbull News, there we go. People coming in quick. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And today we're at the State Police Barracks in Boston, conducting a First Amendment audit. Captain Redbeard, what's going on, brother? Hi, Corey. Honestly honest, great to see you. Well, I don't answer questions. What's up, guys? So we're heading in right now, conducting a First Amendment audit. See if they pass, see if they fail. Let's take a look. Service has been spotty recently with these live broadcasts. If there is an issue and we disconnect, the video will be uploaded from Hot Tow Truck Girls, or from the other phone once we connect to Wi-Fi, but we shouldn't have a problem, hopefully. Let's see.
Yeah, you know what? It was on attack. You what now? Yeah, we got a lot of guys from up this way. Yeah. We got a guy named Tony Gordon. If you ever hear his name, he's from Buddy Conroy. He just retired.
Guys, this one is really small. Super small.
He's still tall and skinny. Golly, you gotta feed the guy. But yeah, he just retired. A lot of guys retired. What's that?
We can see, Captain.
I don't know.
What's going on, Robert Brown? Great to have you back, man.
You look and you're like, oh, he's gone. You know, so I don't know. He's one of those on the list, but we're gonna lose a lot of people 2 years from now. We can't keep up.
What is it?
Courtesy phone?
Yeah, we're down.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Active patrol, about 800 and change.
There she is.
2022, we're gonna lose 300.
Everyone wanted to see her face.
Because
She's not feeling good today. Hey, fangirl. Great to see the UK here.
nothing keeps.
Folks talking, so I'm going to give them a second to conduct a business, and then I'm going to take a peek inside. Downtown Boston. I'm in South Boston right now, so I'm allowed here. I'm going to give these guys a second. I'm going to take a quick perimeter check. There's some folks talking in there right now, giving personal information, so I can record them, but I'm not here for citizens. I'm here for the police officers, so I'm going to give them a second to get the information out they need to get out, and we'll go back inside. Downtown Boston, specifically the area got arrested. I'm in South Boston right now. Roadway aggression, I like that. No trespassing, police take notice. Okay, so it doesn't say police vehicles only. They actually have a sign that specifies that we can't step foot past there, but this is what the back looks like. Now, I want to give you guys an idea of how big this place is in the back, but in front it's so small. There's a state trooper coming out right now. Let's see if he decides to use his directional today. I like to do seatbelt checks, stuff like that, you know, just to uphold him to the same standards as everybody else. So he came to a complete stop, but he didn't use a directional. So, you know, the shiny badges doesn't grant extra rights. I'm sure if someone was at the next light down there and they didn't use a directional, he'd activate his emergency lights and conduct a traffic stop. There's no reason that he should be held to different standards. So this place is absolutely huge. And the front lobby is tiny. Seems like these folks are exiting the station now. So we're gonna go back inside and take a peek. Just always like, if people are inside conducting business, give them a little bit of privacy. I'm here for, you know, the officers, not so much the citizens. Sorry about the wind. There you go, man. You got to create privacy, so that's fine.
Hey, can I help you? What's up?
Just taking a peek, man. What?
Well, you can't take a peek of that because it's, privacy issues as far as people's information and everything.
Right. The issue. I'm good. The issue is if I. No, I'm just taking a peek.
Okay,
If I.
you can take a peek, that's not, well, I mean, that's the door. The restroom is right over there.
Yeah, I see that.
If you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, just so you know, man, you're doing the right thing creating privacy because if I can see it, I can film it.
Yeah?
It's not like if I was to go back to where you are, I'd be entering an unauthorized access point. But if I can see through the window, I can't trespass what my eyes can see.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it, man. What's your badge number?
Sergeant Catuno.
Sergeant.
You don't have that number.
Okay, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
See you later.
So, what he was just explaining to me was, that I can film out here in this area, but I can't film back there. Now, I can't walk in that area because it's obviously an unauthorized access point only, okay? However, I can film beyond there, okay? Now, he's done what he's supposed to do by creating privacy. If you want privacy, you have to create it. However, he can't say that I'm committing a crime or an offense or an infraction by filming through the window. If I can see it, I can film it. He may have been taking a nap, Undy. All right, so I wouldn't necessarily say that that's a fail, right? We're here to inform people. He was a little bit confused on what was going on and is informed. So, it is, you know what, I am gonna let him know about the officer that didn't use his directional. We'll just let him know. Hey, Sergeant, I'm gonna take off real quick. I just wanted to let you know about something. When we were outside, one of your troopers were exiting the barracks and he took a right. He had his safety belt on, but he didn't use a directional, and that's an unmarked lane change. So I just asked that in the future, you uphold the laws that you enforce on others. The badge doesn't give any extra rights, and I appreciate
I appreciate you bringing that to our attention.
Thanks, man. Do you think you'll speak to the trooper about that?
I certainly will.
You will.
Trooper one?
I didn't get a vehicle number, but it was the last trooper to leave your station.
I'll express your concern to him. How's that?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, no directional on that one. 1216. All right, Sarge, we just got another one. 1216. He didn't use his directional upon coming into the station, so it's trooper number, car number 1216.
All right, I'll look that up.
Thanks, man. All right, so I didn't have a vehicle number for the first trooper that came in, but I certainly have one for the second trooper that failed to use his directional. So that's not me looking for a confrontation. I was very nice to the guy. Obviously, he has no intention of doing anything about it. 1216. See if he uses his directional again, guys. Oh, now he puts his directional on. That's probably a good move. And he pulled out very slowly. You see that, guys? Yes. So you need to use a directional when turning onto any public way. So this is a major interstate. It actually goes into the Ted Williams Tunnel. Okay, so pulling onto this, hold on, let's let the truck go by. So pulling onto here, you absolutely do need to use your directional because it's not like there's anyone behind him, but there is oncoming traffic. So he needs to use his directional to signal to the folks on the opposite side of the road, the oncoming traffic and the reverseward coming traffic. However, let's say there was someone behind him. When he pulled in, he didn't use his directional either. And yes, he didn't come to a complete stop. So we told the trooper that. He obviously didn't care. The sergeant just wanted to appease me to get me out of there. But, yeah, not a very smart turtle, John Kennedy. It's great to see you, man. I always love when you come on. You always have some great comments, some great insight, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna take a walk around the building, and I'll use their restroom afterwards. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. They got an awful lot of cameras here, guys. And that's the funny thing, like state police barracks, guys, are loaded with cameras. What's up, Wilcan? They're loaded with cameras, right? But they get really upset. I've only done 2 other state police barracks, okay? And both times they tried to arrest me. The Danvers Police Barracks, the guy actually said on film, which was great, he goes, "You can't film in here." I said, "Yes, I can." He goes, "Well, you can't." I said, "Identify yourself." He says, "No, I'm not, committing a police action." I said, "You're in the official capacity of your duty and you're actually working in a dispatch station, so you do have to identify yourself." And he said, "If you don't leave, I'll make up a reason to bring charges against you." And the lieutenant came out and kind of recovered quite a bit for him. Oh, Mr. Bricka, is that what I just did? Really? Because he told me to stop filming inside his dispatch room. I refused because it's my right to keep filming. And then I went back to him and told him how 2 of his officers didn't use directionals. And then if he's going to enforce a law, he has to practice that same law and to make sure he got that done. So I don't know if, telling the trooper exactly how to do his job is considered, blowing him, but you're entitled to your opinion. That's your freedom of speech. Absolutely your freedom of speech. I mean, there's no reason to be disrespectful. And that's the other thing, guys. I've never been disrespectful to a cop unless he was disrespectful to me. I never go up to a cop and say, F this, F that. If they're not ass, if they're rude, I give it back to them. And if they fail, they fail. It's always been that way. My position hasn't changed since I got out of jail. If that was the case, I wouldn't be doing this. And I certainly wouldn't be coming to a state police barracks. You can go to Westcoast. You can go to www.paypal.me/accountabilityforall. If one of the mods could get that on, let me see if I could, I'll name this channel later, or Clutch Nasty. Could you please put up the PayPal link? It's www.paypal.me/accountabilityforall. And guys, I have a huge announcement. So someone just asked me what the link was, Stan P. So appreciate you appreciating me. So Rick, someone wound up meeting me, as you can see at the end of the video. A subscriber saw where I was. He was local to me. He came and stopped by while I was on video, and we started chatting. That's number one. That's the other reason why I was late. Secondly, I agreed to do this interview before I found out all that information on Turtle Boy. So I agreed to interview with Bristol Chick, okay? That interview is going to be broadcasted on Turtle Boy. So that's number one. Number two, I'm not going to speak to someone who lies, right? About, sexual offenses, okay? During that whole broadcast, I showed you guys pictures, and those pictures were of how Aiden Kearney, Uncle Turtle, whatever, was accosting and sexually harassing females at a underage female at a Buffalo Bills game. So number one, not going to talk to someone with that kind of charge. Number two, I'm just not going to go on if they're going to, as you could see in the interviews, I was told I was going to be talking to Bristol Chick. And you can see the video he posted. It was Aiden saying, "Oh, Josh didn't show." That was going to be the surprise when I called up, and then it was him instead of her. I'm not going to do all that. I had her on my appearance. We talked about what we needed to talk about, and I was happy to go back on, but not under false pretenses. So, they're not well. They need your money to get their meds to get well. My prescriptions are free, first of all, for the prescriptions that I take. But, whatever you want. No, I didn't take the video down. See, Turtle Driver, YouTube took the video down, along with another video that was completely unrelated to you guys. I don't know if people flagged it or if it somehow breached the community guidelines, but I got an email from YouTube stating that the video has been removed because it released personal information. That was the complaint. Whoever made the complaint said that was the issue. It released personal information. I appealed both videos, and they'll either come back or they won't. 512 is a room number. Like, you guys make it up as you go along, and I love it because it gives you something to do, because otherwise you'd have no life. But the entire time, I was in the car by myself once tow truck girl left. So I'm using her hotspot on my phone so that way I can conduct the interview. Now, she's looking in the trunk to get her purse and her debit card. And every time she's looking in the trunk with the flashlight, I keep losing service. So I got out of the car and I said, just give me your phone. And when, like, I can't lose the hotspot, I'll find your debit card when I'm done and I'll bring it to you. What room number are you in? 512. Morons. Anyways. So, and the other thing is, I appreciate the haters. You got nothing else to do. It's an extra subscriber. You guys that think you're gonna come in here and troll me, it's fine because it's an extra subscriber. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Is he going to use his directional today? Do a seatbelt check. No seatbelt. You got to strap up, man. Strap up that seatbelt. We got a directional, but no seatbelt. It's not good. Not good at all. Okay, so you're telling me that if anyone stayed in room number 512, I mean, like, how many numbers? I can't even anymore. All right, guys. Well, even though the front desk sergeant wasn't, he was trying to get off camera. Even though the front desk sergeant wasn't aware that I could film into his dispatch room, he didn't censor my right. He created privacy. That's not censoring my freedom of speech. You want privacy, you got to create it. He created privacy. We had several officers not using a directional, one not use his seatbelt. So we notified him of that. Obviously, I don't think his concern was genuine, but whatever. He said that he would address it. Whether he does or he doesn't, he probably won't. They're failing based on the seatbelt and the directional. And to me, that's a big issue, guys. Listen, if they're riding around with no seatbelt and not using directionals, and they're giving tickets to people for not using seatbelts or directionals, that's a problem. That's a problem. Thanks, Colton. Appreciate it, man. I saw your comments on my Facebook. I just haven't got a chance to get on there yet. I really appreciate everyone stopping by today to take a look. We're going to be releasing more audits as they come. I had a huge thing happen yesterday, and I'm going to be releasing it. It happened to me personally. And it's absolutely huge. I can't announce it until Friday, but come Friday, you guys are going to be blown away with what I have to show you. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. I already did, Fernando. I held it up to the screen. So you can feel free to watch the video. Well, United States Marine Corps Recon, we really appreciate this. Appreciate that. I can't even give you a hint right now. I'm not even able to talk about it until Friday. But it's huge news. Huge news. Can Scientology audit me? Hey, listen, if they can do whatever they want as long as they're in a public place, I can't deny them their First Amendment right. Westcote, anything helps. At this point, we're finally getting back on the road. We're finally moving forward. You know, things happen. I always tell people a cent helps. And just you guys that can't donate, even that, you know, just the support of being online and watching these videos and sharing them help. We're going to get past all this, and we're going to continue to make a difference. So, you know, the haters are going to hate, the lovers are going to love, and the people in between, they can do whatever they want. It's their freedom to do so. Right now, it's about holding our public officials accountable and being part of the difference. And that's one thing that's never changed with me. Listen, I could have got out of jail and stopped filming and stopped releasing videos. I'm not going to. I love what I do. I love my country. And right now, a change is being made, guys. Like, seriously, regardless of what you think, a change has already been made. Let's talk about that for a second, okay? Thank you, Steve. I don't know who Guess Who is. That's the other thing. We'll talk about the moderators in a second. We're already making a change, guys, and we're making a huge change. When I was arrested at the Straight Pride Parade, the district attorney, Rachel Rollins, went publicly and said the judge was wrong. She screamed at the judge, or she spoke ill to him. He didn't like it, and he actually held her in contempt of court. The judge held the prosecutor in contempt of court. And she stood up and she said, no, there's obviously some cases where police were hit with urine bottles and stuff like that, where that was obviously assault to the officers. But for the people that were arrested for free speech, it's unacceptable, okay? The judge can't decide if a case moves forward. With my case, they didn't want to move forward, right? And most of the other cases. The judge says, no, we're moving forward to arraignment. No, we're not going to do this. Well, the judge is a referee. The DA decides if they're going to move forward or not. So she took it to the Supreme Court, okay? And when she took it to the Supreme Court, she won. They found that it was unconstitutional. And now all of those cases are being null processed. And here's the other big thing. She is actively making sure that she bridges the gap between police and the community and the perception of the community of the police, and to make sure that they're honoring people's freedom of speech and their First Amendment right. Thank you, David, so much. And what we did was key to that. Not just me, but if all those people didn't get arrested and sacrifice their freedom for practicing their First Amendment right, that wouldn't have happened. And she might not have been out there doing that. So we're making a difference as we go. And you can make a difference too. Love me or hate me, I'm going to continue to try and be a part of that difference. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We need 33 justice. And you know, what's up, Colton, man? We're going to continue to move forward. And as far as the moderators go, I've made a couple changes in the moderators, not like major changes. Freedom of speech is fine. So if you're on here and you say Josh sucks, that comment should fly. If you're on here saying we love Josh, that comment should fly, okay? If you're in here threatening people, it's getting deleted. You're out of here, right? If you're in here violating the community guidelines, you're out of here. If you're in here bullying and harassing people or conducting criminal activity or stuff like that, you're out of here. But if you just say I don't like you or something like that, that's fine. If you start saying, like, spamming us with all this stuff, you're out of here. But if you just want to air your opinion, and your opinion is not pro me or pro what I do, that's fine. And I've had this conversation with the moderators, okay? So, just like you can see right now, there's people, talking shit. That's fine. Your comment's not going to be deleted, and that's why I want to say this again in case there's any moderator that didn't hear that. So, guys, what I'd like you to do is, again, love me or hate me, we're here for an audit, okay? So hit that thumbs up button if you think the quality of the audit was worth it. Because here's the one thing. Regardless of what you think of me, I'm good at what I do. And I know that. And that's why I continue to do it. Because I believe I'm good enough to try and help make a difference. So hit that like button. And if you just want to hit the dislike button because you don't like me, like almost everyone is doing, because my videos just don't go from 98% thumbs up to just as many thumbs down as thumbs up overnight. That's because my name has been out there so much. Most people are hearing whatever they want to hear. They look up because I look at it. 98% of my views are not subscribers. And the number one way people find my views isn't from suggested like it used to be. It's actually looking up my name in a browser. I can track all that stuff in analytics, which means there's so many more people that heard about me and didn't know about me before that, they're just in here trolling. That's okay. But if you like what you see, give a thumbs up. Let's make sure that this continues to move forward. And let's make sure we continue to make a difference. That's the reason I stopped here today. Stay tuned Friday, gonna be a huge announcement. I was dealing with it yesterday, so I usually do a live broadcast once a week for an open discussion, and I release a video. I wasn't able to do that because I was dealing with this issue, and I can't talk about it yet, but I'm gonna let you guys know about it Friday. Stay tuned, videos coming every single day. We're gonna have these weekly discussions, updates on what's going on, and really appreciate it, guys. Stay on tune to what's going on. Be a part of your community, and if you see something, film something. I spoke to someone who stopped me. It was actually the last video. I'm not going to release any names or talk about who it is, They wanted, to maintain their privacy just because they're family. And he was telling me a story. He said, hey, listen, I really appreciate what you do, no matter what people say or what your past is or whatever. I was educated because of your videos. Okay? I was approached by an officer who told me I had to leave a place. I had to leave a public place. And he said to the officer, well, you haven't given me a trespass notice. You can't trespass me unless I've been trespassed. And he was left alone. And before watching these videos, he would have done what the officer asked just because it was an officer asking it. That's a pretty big deal. And that hit me hard. And it made me feel really good about what I do, to know that I'm making a difference and to know that I can help pass along that message just like someone passed that message along to me. So, thank you, AverWorks. It's getting chilly out here, guys. Yes, it is. The weather turns in Boston pretty quick. One time I've went from 90 degrees to hail overnight. So, Scallywag, you're asking us why we time you out, yet we're watching what you say and we can see your comments. That makes no sense to me. But anyways, also, Matt the IT Guy has been doing killer work. Big ups to Matt the IT Guy. You can go to www.accountabilityforall.com. www.accountabilityforall.com. We're doing the best we can. Before this whole thing happened, we had, we were making some money. We bought the website, and we were going to make it just great. Your one-stop shop for everything that has to do anything with audits. Obviously, this happened, and we just don't have the finances to, juice the website up. But for absolutely free, Matt the IT Guy has made it phenomenal. So you can continue to check out more information on what's going on at www.accountabilityforall.com. And that's not money begging. It's free to go to a website. But again, think what you want, say what you want. It's your right to do so. But I've maintained this all along, guys. It's your freedom of speech. I love that you're free to say it. And the First Amendment guarantees you can say what you want. But it doesn't protect you from sounding stupid. Until next time, that's the reason I stopped you today. Thank you. And we'll see you soon.